Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ibn Majid, the Oceanographer, written by Munir A. Abood. Ibn Majid is considered as one of the great navigators of all time and undoubtedly the greatest the Islamic world has ever produced. The author of about 40 books on navigation, inheritor of 3 generations of seafaring knowledge, and the owner of a lifetime personal experience on the high seas. Ibn Majid was in fact the first scientific writer on the nautical sciences. He was a product of the scientific temper of Islam, which inspired an outburst of inquiry into all fields of human endeavor, including navigation. Early Islamists made great contributions to the development of nautical science by their application of mathematical and astronomical methods to nautical problems. They produced maps, charts, and guides and developed many instruments besides the promotion of shipbuilding and writing valuable books on the subject. Consequently, by the 10th century of Common Era, Arab navigation had acquired the status of a regular science and Arabs held a monopoly over the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean. And Ibn Majid represented the summit of Islamic achievement in nautical science. Ibn Majid was the earliest of the modern writers of nautical guides. He knew almost all the sea routes of the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, and the Indian Ocean, from the Arabian coast to East Africa and to India and China. He wrote detailed sailing instructions for the Red Sea, the Arabian Gulf, the Indian Ocean, the Western China Gulf, and the Southeast Asia Sea. He detailed description of Bahrul Kulzul, the Red Sea, as evoked great admiration from modern scholars. Jabril Ferran eulogized that Ibn Majid's description of the Red Sea has never been surpassed or equaled. Equipped with a vast knowledge backed by a panoply of navigational aids and fired with an extraordinary zeal, Ibn Majid stared where others feared. He came out with an intimate description of the Red Sea and its submerged reefs, shoals, dangers, islands, ports, and various routes. He recorded precise details on monsoon, local winds, routes, and latitude for crossing the whole of the Indian Ocean. As a corollary to his extensive navigational and oceanographic studies, both theoretical and practical, Ibn Majid greatly improved our geographical knowledge of the world. The chief book which catapulted Ibn Majid to fame is the Kitab al-Fawaid fi Usul Ilm al-Bahr and Qawaid, or the Book of Profitable Things and Principles of Navigation. It was written in 1469 Common Era, after decades of experience on the seas. In it, he painstakingly delineates the principles of navigation. A cursory glance at some of the topics covered in the book will indicate the sweep of the book: problems of navigational theory, application of astronomy to navigational problems, definition and description of sea routes, measurement, longitude and latitude, signs and landmarks on the sea, seasons, on the role and character of a navigator or captain. Jabril Ferran rightly described the Kitab al-Fawaid as a compendium of the known knowledge of theoretical and practical navigation. There are two other factors which have greatly contributed to his reputation as the inventor of the marine compass and the pilot of Vasco da Gama during his historic voyage to India. Ibn Majid has traditionally been projected as the inventor of the mariner's compass, though there is no truth in it. He appears to have made some improvements to it. The mariner's compass, which was possibly an Islamic invention, had been used by Arab navigators for several centuries before him. In his Kitab al-Fawaid, as a compendium of the known knowledge of theoretical and practical navigation, Ibn Majid attributed the invention of the lodestone, which is the guide to the two poles, to the Quranic or biblical prophet Dawood or David. At the same time, he claimed for himself some sort of invention or great mastery over fixing the magnetic needle to the compass. He states, whenever someone has knowledge of something, we are in advance of him. He was proud of the fact that the Arab compass was far superior to that of others, as it had 32 sections against the 16 which the others had. Obviously, he introduced some important innovation to the existing compass to make such claims and to warrant such legendary fame. As pilot of Vasco da Gama, did the Portuguese navigator Vasco da Gama utilize the services of Ibn Majid as a pilot on his historic journey to India in 1498? The answer is yes. On the basis of Portuguese and Arabic records, it has now been accepted that it was Ibn Majid who piloted the ship of Vasco da Gama to India. Modern geographical historians such as L. Bagrove and G. Ferran, among others, confirm it by saying Vasco da Gama took the help of a Muslim navigator at the African coast to guide him across the Indian Ocean to reach India. This is a fact also admitted by the Portuguese themselves. It was Qutbuddin an-Nahrawali, 1537 to 1573, a teacher and historian from Mecca, who first mentioned the name of Ibn Majid as the pilot of Vasco da Gama in his book Al-Barqul Yaman fil Fathul Uthman. Vasco da Gama was stranded at the port of Malindi in present-day Kenya on the east coast of Africa, unable to cross the Arabian Sea. Because of his ignorance of monsoon on the Indian Ocean and deterred by the mighty waves, he sailed along the coast of Africa and reached Malindi. There he desperately sought the help of a knowledgeable pilot to take him to India. In April 1498, Common Era, he came in contact with Ibn Majid, who told him, "Do not follow the coast of Africa. Steer straight for the open sea, so that you can avoid the mighty waves and reach India." He sailed with them to India. Portuguese records also mention that it was he who announced the sighting of the Indian port of Calicut, a turning point in history. The European discovery of a sea route to India was a turning point in history marked by a prolonged period of east-west commerce, conquest and conflict. The Portuguese captured the port of Rio on the west coast of India from the Muslims in 1509 Common Era. Soon, Europeans became masters of the Indian Ocean. ending centuries of Arab monopoly in navigation and trade in the region. Shihabuddin Ahmad ibn Majid ibn Muhammad bin Hassan bin Hussein bin Malakusadi and Malakusadi Abi Rakhail al-Najdi belonged to the tribal group of Qais Island, probably descending from the Bedouins of the highlands of Najd in Saudi Arabia. Later, the family seemed to have migrated to the southern coastal region. He was third in line of succession to a renowned family of navigators. His father and grandfather were both well-known navigators, acknowledged experts of the Red Sea, and authors. Ibn Majid was a well-read person and a prolific writer. Perhaps no other writer in the world produced so much literature on navigation and oceanography. Details of over 40 of his works are still with us. Many of his are extant in various institutions, mainly in Europe and the Arab countries. The legend of Ibn Majid. Ahmad ibn Majid was born at Julfar in northern Ras Al Khaimah in the present-day United Arab Emirates around 1432-1437. He became famous in the West as the navigator who has been associated with helping Vasco da Gama find his way from Africa to India. For in a work by the Meccan writer Qutubuddin an-Naharwali, 1511-1582, entitled Al-Barqul Yamani fil Fath al-Uthmani, published in 1892, we read that, having reached East Africa, the Portuguese continually sought information regarding the crossing of the sea, that is Arabian Sea, until a skillful sailor named Ahmad ibn Majid put himself at their disposal. But Ibn Majid's fame in the Arabic-speaking world was far greater, for he was the author of nearly 40 works of poetry and prose. The first of these is Hawiya, is a poem of some 1082 verses dating to 1462, which is a veritable compendium of navigational theory. Ibn Majid provides the full title of his translate as the Book of Profitable Things concerning the first principles and rules of navigation, is perhaps the greatest work on Arab navigation ever written. Not only does it provide unrivaled detail on the Indian Ocean, the routes to be used in crossing it, and the region's chief ports, but he also provides a history of Arab navigation prior to his time as well. So great was Ibn Majid's fame more than 350 years after his death that Sir Richard Burton, when sailing in a ship out of Aden in 1854, witnessed sailors praying in his honor. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.